In this video, I'm going to show you the tips for pro Facebook and YouTube live streams. I'm going to show you how to pick the right camera and the right microphone for your budget and the stage you're at to get the best quality of video you can for your live streams. I have also tackled software in other videos. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the hardware, and we'll also discuss how it all falls into place, the sound, the lighting, your webcam, to start off where you are today and build up the quality as you go along. I'm going to walk you through the first stuff I started with, and then I will change the setup and show you the setup I am using today. So I started off with something very simple. This is a pretty inexpensive stand. It's a simple tripod that can be tightened so that it doesn't fall, and it can be extended. So it's very simple. It cost very little. It was less than $20 at the time. And then you can buy the different attachments depending on what you're going to start with. I started off using my phone. I had an Apple phone, so it was one of the easiest ways to actually start shooting. The camera was pretty good, and if your lighting was decent, even outdoor lighting or simply sitting in front of a window was working at the time. So that is actually how I started off. Simply this connection here that allows you to stretch it, and the phone goes in there like that. You can decide whether to make it widescreen landscape, or you can go vertical for, you know, going live on Instagram or through stories. So that is basically what I started off with, and I can assure you that especially with today's phones, you can get really good quality with this. Something I didn't use but actually came in a kit, which I would probably use today if I was starting off, is a selfie stick. You can use a selfie stick instead of this, and you can attach this attachment. I can take it off here just by unscrewing it. There you go. And then I can stick it over here. Now, this is going to give you a more dynamic view. So if you're moving or if you're showing stuff to people during your live, then this one I think is going to work better. And you probably see me use this later when I show you my equipment. But if you're going to stay put on your desk and you're going to be in one place, you can simply use this because it's going to give you a perfectly stable look, even with just phone recording. So those are the first two basic options. If you have a good phone, that's definitely the way to go. So what happens on a day where maybe the light's not so good, maybe there isn't that much sunshine outside, and your lighting is not working so well? So the first thing I did was I bought one of these. Now this is a very small light. You can see it fits in my hand. It's got a little screw here which fits into one of these. This actually came with the pack. I will put the links under the video so that you can actually click on these. So this is a mini LED light. You charge it directly from your computer, which is great. So you can very simply plug it in with a USB, or if you're using the latest Mac, you will need a little bit of an adapter for the new connections. And in just a few minutes, or even if you can leave it, plug it in during your live. That's what I used to do. The light doesn't last that long. So if you're doing a webinar that's an hour and a half, you should ideally leave it plugged in so that it doesn't run out of charge. You can simply plug it into your laptop or your desktop, so you don't need to take it anywhere. This again was very inexpensive. I will give you all the details of the pricing and the links under the video. It comes with this nice little attachment where you can put in your phone, if that fits, and you can also connect it to the other phone attachment. So you can simply buy one of these sets that come with selfie sticks, and this will fit right on top. It also comes with a sticker for the back, so you can use this area to simply stick it to a stand or stick it actually to your laptop or your desktop. If you have the tower of your computer on your desk, it's ideal because you can stick it there and it will give you the lighting just when you need it. It's very easy to switch on. You just press the button at the top here. It doesn't have any charge at the moment. But what's interesting is that you can also play around with the lighting. So it comes on with 2 filters. Most of the lighting equipment you'd buy will come with these 2 filters. You have an orange filter and you have a blue filter. The blue filter is sort of to make the light a bit colder. So if you have very yellow light in your room, you want to use either the basic white filter, which is the one I have, or the blue one. If you feel that the light is too white, and maybe you have very pale skin, you need something a little bit warmer, you can go for the yellow cover. Okay, so those are the first, that was the first kit that I had. So I used to use just my phone, and then I enhanced it a little bit by using this. So the next thing you need to worry about then is your sound, especially if you're in a room like mine, in fact, which really echoes if you don't have a good microphone. You may want to consider upgrading that pretty soon. Also, if maybe you don't have an indoor space where to do your lives and you need to go outdoors, you are going to need a microphone that blocks off the background noise. In fact, this is why I had started off by buying the smart Lav mic. This is a mic that actually just clips on. So in those days, you could just attach that to your phone. The jack does not work with your modern Apple phone, but it does work with other devices that take a regular jack for your headphones. So this goes in the headphones jack. So basically it's just a small mic. As you can see, it has the foam covering, and it's very, very sensitive. The good thing about this is that if you happen to be outside and it's really windy, people can still hear you. And the idea is that you stick it on to your clothes, ideally in a place where your hair will not brush against it, because you'll be able to hear that. And off you go. You can be sure that in spite of the fact that your phone is not really close to your face, people can still hear you, and the sound is going to be pretty clear and clean. So you can also use this indoors for, really great effect. It's a great mic. It can be plugged into your laptop very easily. In fact, I can still use this with my Mac. It works. And it's a nice little entry-level mic. It's probably one of the top quality ones you can use. And, in reality, unless you decide to go to, something like a podcast, or maybe you want to really enhance the quality of your videos, you may not really need to upgrade from this, because this is actually a fantastic microphone. It also comes with an app if you want. So I highly recommend that you check out the link because it can also help you enhance your sound and have better control of it through the app that comes with SmartLav. Now, again, I actually bought this a few years ago, so I'm pretty sure that they have a new app and they have new features that you're going to find amazing. I will actually look into this and add quite a few links under this video so that you can check it out really easily. But this one, look, it's super portable. It has a little pouch and it is, really, really great quality. Okay, so that's how I started off. So I started off with using my phone, and then adding the LED light when I'm not outside and when it's not bright, and then using the SmartLav because I used to want to do lives when I'm out, and I found that the wind was a real problem. This was in the days of Periscope, just been quite a few years ago. And in those days, phones, if you were in the wind, you just couldn't hear anything on the actual live. So, this was a lifesaver. So here we are. I'm here to show you the equipment that I use today. So probably the most key part of the equipment is this camera. This is a Logitech HD Cam. I will share the exact model and all the details with you. It is an HD camera that comes with the software, which I am going to show you right now. You can see me here with the selfie stick in the video. You have some extra settings where you can use it to zoom in, and you can, center or move your camera. You can also play with your zoom, your lighting. You can play with quite a few different things. So it gives you some control as well. The camera comes with a very simple piece of software that enhances the way you can control it. So this is definitely the way to go. It's not a cheap camera, but it does record in HD, and especially if you're using HD software to stream, and you want to really share quality video without having to use a professional DSLR, this is the best possible camera. It just plugs into your laptop with a USB. As you can see here, I am using an adapter because this is a new Mac, so USB doesn't go straight in. But if you're using USB on a PC or one of the older models, it will just slip right in and start working right away. It works with Facebook Live, with YouTube Live, with Zoom, and with any software that you're going to use to stream. Right next to my laptop, you can see my Rode. This is a USB Rode that plugs in directly into your laptop. This is quite an amazing piece of gear. It's approximately $200, maybe a little bit less these days, but it gives you podcast quality sound recording. It's also going to help you sound more clear. It's going to help you plug in your headphones. It has a headphone jack right here. It's also ideal for musicians. So if you're looking for really high quality sound, it can really work nicely. So this is kind of a little bit of a high-end mic. You could get away with using the previous lavalier, but of course, if you're going to upgrade to use, especially if you create training or sound files, I would say that especially, use something like this, which is meant more for podcasters and musicians, is going to give you an edge and is really going to help you enhance that video quality. The next piece of equipment is the ring light. This was, I felt, one of the most extravagant investments. I kind of wanted a smaller one, but I couldn't find the size in between the tiny one and the big one. They actually make these pretty small. They make the ones that can sit on your desk and, just shine a little round light in your eyes. It's not cheap, but it's not very expensive actually for a piece of lighting equipment. It's actually LED. It comes with the two colors. Before I showed you the two colors. So there was the orange one and there was the blue one. The ring around this light actually comes with those two filters as well. So you can actually change this to orangey and blue, just like you did in the previous one. Important to note for some, I also have a little light here. This is a very cheap light that I got from a home store. It just has an energy saving bulb inside, and it just lights up, white light. And I sometimes use this for my background when I feel that my background is looking really dark and my face is really brightly lit up with the ring light. So I just use it. I rarely use it because I have a window behind me, and usually it's pretty nice lighting. But sometimes I get interviewed from people on the other side of the planet, and I need to actually set up, at night, and my background looks really dull then. So something like that can be a lifesaver. So that's all the equipment I wanted to show you today. If you're doing Facebook Lives and you're interested in knowing how Zoom works, you can pop over to my channel, and there are some great videos there that will help you understand how Zoom works with Facebook Live. If you've enjoyed this video, please click subscribe so that you can get more videos like this in your notifications.